Hello. This is Gresh from the I Am CEO podcast. I have a very special guest on the show today. I have Shiv Gupta of Incrementors. Shiv, it's great to have you on the show.
Excited to be here, Grish. Thanks for having me here.
Yes, I'm excited to have you on as well too. Always look forward to having contributors on our site. And before we jumped into the interview, I want to read a little bit more about Shiv so you can hear about some of the awesome things that he's doing. And Shiv has started his journey in the field of digital marketing at the age of 17. For the initial 3 years, he worked on experimental projects while working on research-based projects. He grabbed deep knowledge of the industry. During that time, he also gained a lot of technical skills and market knowledge. And together with that, he learned good client management skills as well, because of which he started getting some referral-based work. Later on, one of his first clients, Rob Nagori, encouraged him to partner with him and offered him to start his digital marketing agency. In 2012, he started his own company, Incrementors, and developed his website, incrementors.com. Though he began his professional career as a small business owner, his team and tremendous success in terms of marketing the business and developing the skill, he started Incrementors to provide the best marketing solution to struggling business owners to show actionable results, orienting tips, strategies, and techniques needed to get higher sales and conversions. Incrementors doesn't give fluff or high-level advice. Their core focus insanely remains on actionable advice that works. Shiv, excited again, my friend, to have you on the show. Are you ready to speak to the IMCO community?
Yeah, definitely. Very excited.
Awesome. Well, let's make it happen then. So to kind of kick everything off, I wanted to rewind the clock, hear a little bit more, like I touched on when I read your bio, about how you got started, what led you to get started with all the awesome work you're doing, what I like to call your CEO story.
Mm-hmm. Can you just repeat what you just said, your last line?
Yeah, I would love to hear on how you got started, what I like to call your CEO story.
I was heavily inclined towards marketing, and that's when I started working on a couple of my own projects, right, which you mentioned, research-based projects, and there I got huge success. And after getting that, right, I wanted to dig deep. I wanted to explore the waters of foreign world, right? So I started getting clients from some clients from US and Canada, and that's when it all started happening. Everything started taking shape. We started getting more and more clients, a lot of referral clients, and gradually now we are Incrementors, an agency with more than 100 team members and impacting the world.
Nice. I love that. And I especially love, I think so many times, when reading your bio, the word that really stuck out to me was journey. And you don't sometimes see the behind the scenes of things that it takes. But I love how, you mentioned that it started out with researching and trying things out. And the next thing probably the next thing over the journey, you end up building something that's really phenomenal, making an impact.
Yeah, that's right. Like, I guess journey of most of the CEOs, right? I read a lot of biographies as well, and they are pretty interesting, and every story is unique in its own way. So it's always nice to hear some of these stories and chat and have conversations like what we are doing right now here today.
Yeah, I always say, like, selfishly, I get so much, from each of the episodes, because like you hear, like you said, you get to hear each of the journeys and stories of, the CEOs and the entrepreneurs and the business owners. And I think what it kind of reminds us of is just what you said, that there's no journey that's exactly the same as somebody else. So it kind of gives us peace in knowing that our journey is our journey, and we can lean more into like our gifts, the things that we enjoy doing, and we too can reach that success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Like it's fun to have all these things and like digging deep, right? Every day it's a new challenge, it's a new set of problems, right? And you work on solving that for yourself, for your clients, and you keep impacting the lives. You can say novel thing in its own way, right? It's good to have, right? And sometimes it becomes like you just need a break as well, right? All those different type of thoughts come to your mind, because obviously it's a roller coaster ride, right, for most of us, unless your dad gave you billions and trillions of dollars to spend or start your own business where you just do experiments, right? So most of us are start from scratch, right? In my case, I started with no money, and I kept on expanding that with my knowledge, and as I kept on doing work, kept on generating some money and utilizing that again into my business.
That's why I love that organic growth. And as you said, I think even sometimes you hear the people that reach success, or sometimes they are given, money, family money, or, inherit, X, Y, and Z amount, that they still have their own problems in their journey as well too. So it's always a journey regardless of where you start out, and what you have or don't have. And I think that's what it just kind of reminds us of staying true to ourselves and the journey that we have in front of us.
That's right. That's right. Definitely.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I know I touched on a little bit, how you work with your clients, how you serve them. Could you drill down a little bit more, tell us a little bit more about Incrementors and how you're making an impact for the clients you work with?
Yeah, sure. So we are into the business of helping clients in generating visibility, sales, and leads online. Right. We are a digital marketing agency, and we provide search engine optimization services, pay-per-click services, email automation, right, ads, Google ads, Facebook ads, all those types of services, right? Whatever you need to grow yourself digitally, right? And these days, after lockdown, more and more people have started understanding the power of it, and like a lot of people have started developing their websites, and they are looking for some good agencies where they can go and utilize the power of online world, right? Get clients and provide services 24/7, because you don't need to open a store, right? Like your store, your website is always open, and you can get leads, you can communicate with them. In fact, AI, we have recently started working in AI as well, right? The chat bots, and there are a lot of things which are coming into this space, so that even with less bandwidth, even with a less number of sales rep or marketing people, you can still handle a decent bandwidth of clients, right? If you have a lot of visitors coming to your website, you can still handle that. So it's very exciting, and I guess internet has a solution to all the problems, right? Like even in this pandemic, or you see any recession, right, it keeps on expanding. If you have any problem, you will see an app for this. If you have a problem, you will see a website or some vendor providing those type of services online, right? So gradually things are expanding, more and more people are coming to the online space, and we are working on hand holding them into this beautiful journey, and we help them in increasing their business exponentially online. And that's what we do.
Nice. Nice. I absolutely love that. And it really stuck out to me, as you said. Like, I think we saw, like, during the pandemic, as there's been a flood of people that didn't have any other choice but to do things online.
Yeah.
And, one of the big advantages that you hammered home was the 24/7 aspect, where, if you, especially if you're able to set it up well, have those systems like the AI chatbots, all those things that you all have been able to kind of work on clients with, you're able to help serve clients and connect with them, answer their questions all 24/7 if you have a lot of those things set up.
That's right. Definitely. Yes. So, it's difficult for some of the people to understand how things are working, and some people think that it's very expensive. But the thing is, online space is, you can measure everything. You can measure how much you are paying and how much you are generating from it. Or on the other hand, if you go to traditional methods, right, if you put a flyer anywhere or a board anywhere, you don't know how many people came after watching that, right? Online, you can measure each and everything, and if something is not working for you, you can try a different strategy. So this is something which makes this online digital marketing space or digital space unique, and it's beautiful to have it. And I guess at this point of time, everyone should be online, right? I know a few people are still trying to resist, but now gone are those times, right? Like, yeah, now you need to have your presence online.
Yeah, it's not a should have, it's a need to have, must have, that we're starting to see in this world. And I love how you kind of talked about too, as a lot of times you're looking for solutions to problems, because I'm a big believer, and that's at the heart of entrepreneurship and business, is being able to solve problems. And a lot of times people have started businesses to solve problems, and then people are looking for the solutions for those problems. So digital marketing seems like it bridges that gap for people to find what they're looking for and get their solutions
That's
ultimately
right.
solved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fills a big gap between these type of industries. And a lot of times people have the best product, right? They care heavily about the product, they care heavily about their clients, but they don't know how to reach out to the potential people, right? How to reach out to their exact targeted person who should, like, the buyer who would be happy to use their services, right? A lot of people do wrong targeting, or right, they don't know whom they are selling to. So when it comes to hiring a good marketing agency, right, everything starts taking shape, right? We have a proper standard process where we sit with our clients and make them understand whom they are selling to, what are their age, what are their demographics, right? What is their what type of clients are their amazing clients, and right, and based upon that we start targeting them on behalf of our client and make things easy. And once they see the power of it, they just love it, right? A lot of people we have worked with, they have stopped the traditional offline stuff and they have shifted completely online, right? So this is the power and magic of this digital space. And like even before pandemic, right, all actually majority of our clients are from US and Canada, right? Some are from London, UK, and very few from Australia. So even before pandemic, we used to meet all our clients like this on Zoom or on Skype, right? We used to have all the transactions online. So even when the pandemic hit, right, there were no major changes into our business model, right? And eventually the businesses which are online, in future it will be very easy for them to survive and thrive. So everyone should be on the digital space, right? Like all the CEOs who are listening to this, I highly encourage them to work more and more in the digital field. And I see a lot of people, what they do is they just try one or two things and they get discouraged and they stop doing it, right? But my mantra is consistency consistency is the mother of everything, right? You need to be consistent, you need to trust the process and keep trying it. Once you keep trying it, a moment comes when everything starts taking shape, right? After one or two trials, hit and trials, you cannot say, oh, this doesn't work. So this is what it is. And like thanks to God, like a lot of clients who come to us, they are happy with us. We help them in figuring out these things at a faster pace, and then help them in growing their business.
Nice. I absolutely love that, especially the consistency is the mother of everything, and realizing that a lot of those people that reach success is not because they didn't have things that didn't work out. A lot of times it's just being able to kind of pivot, change, and find that consistency to not just do it one day a month, one time a month. Obviously it's having that consistency and leaning on expertise like you and your team have to be able to kind of reach that success. Would you consider that to be what I like to call your secret sauce, the thing you feel kind of sets you apart and makes you unique? It could be for you individually, the business, or a combination of both, but do you feel like it's that consistency that helps to make you unique and set you apart?
That is one thing, definitely. I'll just tell you a story about it as well. But if you talk about my secret sauce, I would say that we are into this industry from past 12 years and we have SOPs for everything, right? We are building SOPs now. Right now we are working on a process on how we will be changing SOPs on dynamic basis, right? So even after having SOPs, we don't give same solution to all the clients. We sit with the client and create highly customized solution based upon their needs. And once we have finalized that, once we have understood their buyer persona, whom they are trying to sell, what are their most profit making products, right? Once we have all those questions answered, then we create a highly customized, a highly tailor made strategy for our clients, and then we execute that. So yes, we have more than like 3 million hours of experience, right? I have a team size of more than 100 people. But at the same time, even after having SOPs, we create highly specific solutions. So that is what I would call my secret sauce. We don't just copy paste the strategy for all the clients. For each and every client, it is unique. The problems of every business are different. The stages of every business is different, so the solution needs to be different. The solution should be different. And a lot of what other people are doing is they just use the same strategy for all the people, and it doesn't work that way at all. Maybe it used to work in 2014 or 2013, but it doesn't work that way at all, right? So that's what I would say my unique source of secret recipes. And yeah, coming back to your thing, consistency. So I'll just tell you my own story. Like, and you can even go to my YouTube channel right now. For the first 100 videos, I only had 170 subscribers. That's it, right? We just kept on uploading videos, right? I was doing the testing. We were not trying to promote that anywhere, not even to my team members, right? We were just uploading and doing the things. A lot of people, what happens with them is they like become discouraged or disappointed after uploading 10, 20, 30 or 40 videos, right? But I just wanted to set an example for my team and for my clients that for the first 100 videos we only had 150 subscribers, and even after 10, 12 more videos, now the pace of getting subscribers has increased, but we still have around 400 subscribers only. And I am very confident that once we will be having 200 or 250 videos, we'll be having much more subscribers. And I guess that's the case with you as well, right? You are constantly uploading videos on YouTube channel. Number of subscribers and views are initially less, but once you keep on doing something consistently, right, the magic happens. Even there was a case study when in a university, the professor divided the people into two groups. The first group, the first photography group, was asked that you will be rated based upon the perfect picture which you will click, and the second group was said that you will be rated based upon how many pictures you have, how many photographs you have clicked, right? Guess which group won?
The number, the high number.
Yes, the second one, right? Because they kept on clicking a lot of pics, they kept on improving every time. They had opportunity to try everything, right? To do a lot of experiments. But the one which was trying to be perfect, right? They clicked very less number of photographs, and those photographs were not awesome because their experience was less. They tried less number of times. So that's why I'm a fan of this statement, right? Consistency is very important thing, and that is the reason, right, why we are thriving, and a lot of our clients like enjoy working with us because we just keep on doing the things. We know if you're doing something right, it will eventually take shape, right? It will eventually start taking its space and start showing you the magic, right? I would call it. So that's what like this story is.
Nice. I appreciate you sharing that and definitely giving that example, because I think so many times you can't zoom past that experience, whether you're talking about the 12 plus years of experience that you have, the millions and millions of hours that you mentioned, but also on a very practical level. We often don't see the very beginning stages of somebody's journey and the steps that they do, whether we're talking about a YouTube channel or we're talking about creating a business, and the steps that it takes to get there, and the consistency, the time put in, creating those principles and those SOPs, as you said so well, but also understanding that each solution needs something that's custom. So the time coupled with that awareness of the uniqueness of the problem that we're all trying to look to solve is going to help you to kind of get to where you want to be. So absolutely appreciate that. And I wanted to switch gears a little bit, and I want to ask you for what I call a CEO hack. You might have already mentioned this, but this could be an app, it could be a book, it could be a habit that you have, but what's something that makes you more effective and efficient?
Yeah, so a lot of people listening to this, right, they are not at the CEO position, right? Like most of them are business owners, right? And why we call them business owner is because they own the business, right? They are supposed to work on the business rather than working in the business and just working on crisis management, right? So the secret sauce or the secret hack which I would say is at least, if not more, at least one day per week, right? Don't come to the office, or if you come to the office, just think about your business in long term and medium term basis, what are the things which you should implement and improve, what are the problems which you are facing, right? So sometimes what I do is I do root cause analysis. For instance, if I ask you, what is one problem which you are facing right now? Let's try it with you. Like, what is one problem with your business you are facing right now?
I think we're always looking for improving processes. That's to get more at a time.
Getting all right. And why do you think you are not able to do that?
I think we just have to set up time in space to be able to do that. If I set up more time, space, created more of a priority, then that would definitely help out with that.
All right. And what do you need to do to set up that time?
Just create space, have it consistently, as you said in your hack. If I have a time every single week or every single, aspect of a day or something, there's dedicated time to work on that, then I think we would see more movement there.
That's right. So the solution to your problem is like on consistent basis, right? You need to take out few time in your calendar and make sure that you consistently work on your business, right? So during that week or during that day, what I do is I just do the root cause analysis of my problem, that whatever problems I'm facing, what is the root cause of it, and then I work towards scheduling that or towards fixing that, right? So my secret hack is 1 day per week only work on your business instead of working in the business and working only towards the crisis management. Just think what needs to be improved, what are the new things, new systems, new processes, new marketing which you can do to grow your business. As a CEO or business owner, it is your prime responsibility to give your business new direction, to work towards the marketing of it, right? If you are stuck only with the operations of it, you are not justifying with it, right? Like the responsibility which you have as the CEO, you are not justifying it. So I strongly believe that take out some time and just work towards the growth of the business, right? And keep that day meeting free. Don't do any meeting, just see the things, observe them, whatever you have observed the entire week, just work on improving those, and then talk to your supervisors, your senior managers on the floor, and just give them directions that these are the problems, how we can solve this, or these are the solutions, what do you propose, and let's go ahead and start fixing these. Apart from that, what I personally do is 3 to 4 times in a week, I have a 1.5 hour session with my senior managers. We sit in the cabin and we just work on systems, processes, and improving the things. We don't talk about our clients. We don't talk about our other issues. We just think around the items which we need to do, either to improve our product, or either to improve the client servicing, or either to improve the team's experience, right? Or what type of new marketing we can do, but new things, right? Otherwise you will be stuck. For instance, one of the solution which we came up with recently was that our clients usually stay very happy with us, right? But we wanted to take their experience to the next level. So how to do that? We came up with a list of wow factors, and we worked on enhancing the client's experience on each and every touch point. So whenever we interact with our client, we created a proper process that, okay, during this point we'll work on improving this, during that point we'll work on improving this thing. For instance, our follow-ups, or most of the people who take follow-ups, are very lousy, right? So we came up with a solution. Even when we will take follow-up from our clients, we will give them a strategy which will help them in improving their business, right? It doesn't matter whether they'll become our client or not, but we should try and helping as many people as we can, right? And this worked as a miracle for us. A lot of clients, like after on second follow-up or third follow-up, right, they became excited because we were sending them valuable information, right? A lot of people just do this in email subscribers, right? They just send valuable information there, but we just started implementing this on follow-ups as well. As soon as they became our client, right, what are the other areas, how we need to set expectations. After setting expectations, we need to take surveys from them. How was their experience? If there is anything else which they need, right? Whether they want more reports, or whether they want more work, what exactly are they looking for, how much involvement they want, right? Whether they can give us 2 hours a week, whether they can give us their entire day per month, right? What kind of involvement they want. Based upon that, we make questions or things for them, so that when they are available, we just quickly ask all the things from them without wasting their time, and making sure that every minute they spend with our team is productive, right? So all these different types of solutions, we just come during that meeting, right? So if you obviously take out some time, only then you can think about such beautiful solutions. Otherwise you will always be firefighting and just answering the questions of your team. That's it, right? They'll come up with one problem, second problem, third problem, and you'll keep on answering those, and you'll just stuck in that rat race.
That makes sense. No, I appreciate you breaking that down. And that might even touch on the next question I had, which is like around the CEO nugget, which is a little bit more word of wisdom or piece of advice. But is it to make sure that you, when you create that space, make sure that you are asking those questions so that you can, of course, get to the solution to provide those wow experiences for your clients? Would you say that's your nugget?
Like this nugget, like it is like focus on customer, right? You should be highly customer centric, and everything else will follow. Now, to be highly customer centric, you need to make sure your team is happy. So, as a CEO, you need to make sure that your team is happy, and as a team, you need to make sure that you are highly customer centric and your customers are happy, right? So, to all the CEOs listening to this, I just want to tell them that the more you care about your team, happy team, like happy wife means happy life, right? You would have heard it. Similar way, happy team means happy client, right? That's my formula. So just take care of your team and they'll take care of your clients, right? You and your team are in one team, right? A lot of people just say team and then management and boss, right? And there is angry boss, right, yelling at their team, right? It doesn't work that way. Like especially after COVID, people have understood, right? Life is more as like than just going to a job and earning some money, right? Like there is
that makes sense.
It's a big thing, and that's why we are hearing about this great resignation, right? A lot of people are giving resignations. Top financial firms, right? They are not able to recruit, and even if they are giving high bonus, people are not willing to work from them, like for them in high stress environment, right? So you need to make sure your team is happy, and if your team is happy, no one can stop you. Like your business will thrive.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. No, I appreciate that. And I want to ask you now my absolute favorite question, which is the definition of what it means to be a CEO. And we're hoping to have different quote unquote CEOs on the show. You might have already touched on this, but Shiv, what does being a CEO mean to you?
Being a CEO, it's a big shoe. Like there are a lot of things which you need to do, right? You need to make sure that you embrace and drive the change, right? Like industry keeps on changing, especially the industry, the internet where we are in, everything keeps on changing, right? You always need to be ahead of the curve and make sure that you are implementing new things, you are doing research, right? With new products and services, you are coming up with better and better solutions for your clients, right? And solving their problem, making their experience better. And second thing is, as a CEO, you must always be ready to fire yourself from every job you handle at the company, right? This flow into being adaptable to change, right? As the company grows, you must determine which job you are absolutely best in, right? Or best person for, and which needs to be handed over to the other team members, right? So being a CEO, you cannot be stuck, right, in one task or something, or you cannot be stuck in firefighting. You always need to look for the new changes, and you need to pass your current you like need to keep on passing your current responsibilities to the other team members and keep on growing, because when you pass the responsibilities, the other team members get better opportunities to do more things, right? They feel they are getting challenged, because keeping one of the thing which I've learned in my career is the more you challenge your team, the more happy they are, right? So you just need to challenge
sense.
them with more and more problem statements and let them come up with solutions, right? And the more they do it, the more happy they stay, the more encouraged they stay. So you just keep looking for new things and keep handing over your current responsibilities to other senior members, and right, they'll keep on delegating their work to below them, right? So this hierarchy keeps on moving, right? And the faster you move with this strategy, the better company you will form, the better team you will have, and your clients will be more happy because you are constantly coming up with better and quality based and speed based solutions for them.
I appreciate that. No, that's definitely awesome. And making sure that you are taking care of the people that are going to be, of course, serving the clients, and making sure that it is one holistic team, not just this, that, or the other, broken down by that. So Shiv, truly appreciate that definition. Of course, I appreciate your time even more. What I want to do now is pass you the mic, so to speak, just to see if there's anything additional that you can let our readers and listeners know. And of course, how best people can get a hold of you and find about all the awesome things you and team are working on.
Yeah, sure. Like, to get a hold of me, anyone can reach out to me through my website, which is incrementors.com. It's incrementors.com, or they can check me out on my YouTube channel. Like, they can search Shiv Gupta Incrementors or Shiv Gupta SEO on YouTube, and they'll find me easily.
Awesome. And to make it even easier, we'll have the links and information in the show notes too, just so that everybody can follow up with you. But Shiv, truly appreciate you for all the awesome work that you're doing, time you took today, and I hope you have a phenomenal rest of the day.
Yeah, I had, it was a great conversation. I really enjoyed every bit of it.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Shiv. I always do a virtual high five.